Hi guys, Matt Thomas here at Cedar Rock Studio Guitar Gallery in Indiana, and today I've got a very special McConnell SJ on my lap. This is actually a 2016 SJ by him, and his SJ is actually 16 inches across, but it doesn't feel like it for some reason. For two reasons, but we'll get into that. So this features a master grade German spruce top that is one of the most sensitive sounding and feeling tops I've ever heard. I mean, you tap on the bridge and it feels like it's hitting you through the hips. It's crazy. Now, you can also tell from here it's also a fan fret, but we'll get into those specs here shortly. You've got to see this set of Brazilian Rosewood. I absolutely adore this set of Brazilian. It kind of has a little bit of everything. It's got really straight grain up here. It's got a matchbook sapwood center strip. But then as it gets into the bottom belly here, it's got this really intense side squiggle figure with a little bit of what looks like flame kind of side figuring or chatoyance to it. Now, another thing that was really special about this one is it's got some spalting here in the sapwood as well. Now, it is bound all the way around with ebony and a almost extra large maple purfling that really stands out on it, that I think looks amazing, especially how he went ahead and put that center strip through there that just blends very well with the tonality of that sapwood. Now, as you look right here, you might be able to tell what I was talking about. So this one features both a rib bevel and an arm bevel. Now, it's bound all the way with that ebony, but as you get into the caps, it's Macassar ebony that was just perfectly blended in with the binding. But because it has both an arm bevel and a rib bevel, when you go to reach across it, it no longer feels like a big 16-inch guitar. It's just really comfortable, and the way it sits into you is really lovely. Now, it has a Brazilian Rosewood bridge, which has some very unique kind of shaping to it. And it also has fossilized walrus pins, saddle, and nut, which help increase the energy transfer to the instrument. Now, it's got a really lovely geometric cut rosette that's quite complex. It's got quite a few different figurings of Brazilian throughout it, both light and dark, and some lovely little abalone accents throughout it. Now, what really blew our minds is as you get into the neck here, it's got an oiled finished Brazilian rosewood neck. Now that is really dense and really transfers all of the energy from the neck into the body so that you get the most out of the tone out of it. And what I thought was quite interesting is this oiled neck. I'm not sure what oil he uses, but it doesn't have that kind of sticky feel to it like some oiled necks I've felt in the past. So it doesn't create any drag. It almost feels like a quiet satin type neck. Now, it is a fan fret here. So you got 25 scale length on your trebles and then 26 on your bass. So that allows you to go all the way down to C and B comfortably without it getting too floppy. Or if you're a DAD player, you get some serious power out of this. Now, it has a Brazilian Rosewood head cap here that also was an oil finish. And then as you flip it around to match your bevels, you've got that Macassar ebony back cap. Now, it also features these Roger tuners that have some beautiful etching throughout them and black pearl buttons. Now that, to my knowledge, covers all of the fancy artistry that he put into the way that this thing looks, appearance-wise. But I could close my eyes and listen to this instrument all day because it's got such sweet trebles on it. And just the right amount of overtones to where the melody and note value doesn't get lost, but it adds like a harmonic wash that sits underneath of everything. And it's almost like having natural reverb with this instrument. But those bass notes don't get in the way. They cut right through, and they've got power and bite to them that just make this one of the most well-rounded sounding and versatile playing instruments. So, if you've got any other further questions, wants, or needs out of this lovely McConnell SJ, message Alan at cedarrockstudio.com, and thanks for listening.